Welcome to Did You See That? I'm Mike and thank you for tuning into this video. I'm a little bit late putting this video together simply because I went to London about a week or two ago with my partner. Whilst we were here in London, we got to see like a couple of attractions, and one of the attractions we did get to see was the London Eye, which, and everyone probably knows what the London Eye, but this was my first ever time experiencing this. But before we get to the compilation video of my experience at the London Eye, I want to talk to you about like how you could get tickets and my overall thoughts on it in general, for if you have been on it or you're thinking about going on. You can get tickets from londoneye.com. So just a very quick story. Me and my partner actually got tickets for the London Eye and the London Dungeons. However, the ticketing system for both of them was really strange. It told us, oh, okay, the booking's done. Then told me right at the end, after I'd paid all of it, okay, well, actually you have to book the dungeons for the next day. And by that point, we were going to be getting our trains. I was like, well, that's no good of a ticket. So anyway, fair play to lastminute.com, got in touch with them, and they managed to refund it. So then we just went to the London Eye attraction by itself. So yes, it did cost a little bit more. And pretty much the tickets that we got was like 20 minutes later. It wasn't really like a big long wait or anything, so again I can only commend lastminute.com for kind of organising that, and the London Eye attraction booth. Going on to the London Eye, you know, obviously I appreciate that it's meant to give you a really good view of London. Obviously you're in like a little pod and they all go around, kind of like a bit like a Ferris wheel, but obviously a lot slower. Obviously going to give you a full perspective of London, or at least kind of what's in the vicinity of the area. So what I'm going to just say about the London Eye very quickly is that I really don't feel like it's worth £31 that I paid. Don't get me wrong, it's cool when you're up there, it's cool going around and seeing all sorts of different things. To be honest, once you kind of reach like a certain height, not even at the top, once you just reach a certain height, you've kind of seen everything that there is to see. It's a bit unfortunate because just before the London Eye, me and my partner did a bit walking around like Buckingham Palace and around Parliament, etc. And you can pretty much see that on the London Eye. And then on the other side of it, what we didn't see at that point when walking, there wasn't really anything of interest or anything where, oh wow, that's really cool building, let me go check out that is. So yeah, overall the experience of London Eye, it's cool for what it is. It's certainly unique for if you've never been to London or you're ever going to be visiting the UK, and say if you're right next to the London Eye and you want to kind of get like a quick glimpse of like what is around the surrounding areas, if that is your first point of call of the day. But maybe at that point of view, it's pretty good. But besides that, I can't really say I would recommend this attraction unless you're going to get like a multiple attraction ticket. So I know on the londoneye.com, you can book this way. You can do this separately, which is cheaper online, by the way. You can also book it with like the London Dungeons. You can even have like the Sea Life Centre added in there and Madame Tussauds. So definitely, if you're going to book the London Eye, I 100% recommend booking it with a fellow attraction ticket, so therefore at least you feel like you're getting your money's worth. So with all that in mind, let me just take you straight to the compilation footage that I caught of the London Eye and some photos that I want to share with you guys.